they're all the same formula. They lock them in the house in the first 15. They lock them in the house on High Hill. They lock them in the ghost house. Yeah. And in 13 Ghosts, they lock them in that sphere so that they can't get out. It's a formula that works because the audience is, why don't they just leave? They can't. House of Wax is the same thing. All the cars are gone.
But it does work here, I think, because...
Well, she's very young. I mean,
she's got a history of problems.
Where's she going to go?
And so we're led to believe, well, the parents are just, well, she's just pulling it again,
Yeah.
And so, at least it takes us down that path.
And also, if she freaks out, if she leaves, there's also the tug of, I mean, her little brother's there. He's just in as much danger as she is because he knows what's going on. They're not affecting her parents. They're affecting the kid. Really? And if she leaves, she's abandoning her brother to this, too. So
it's the line later on where you're talking about protecting him, right?
Oh, yeah.
It all comes together.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we're in over our heads here, Roy.
We'll get through this. Just give her some time. She'll be fine.
You saw it too, didn't you? Come on, I know you did. You had to have. Just tell me. I wish you could just tell them what you saw. Come on, Ben, when are you going to start talking?
The Pengs they loved this scene, and in the script it kind of read as just not as significant as they thought. I mean, it turned into a lot more when we actually got to set and got into it. I don't know, it turned out to be rather emotional.
Now, what did they whisper right there? Was it help us rest? Or help us?
I don't know.
So I thought I heard...
it was help us, I think.
Help us?
You heard that too, didn't you?
Didn't you?
Yep.
Oh my God.
I'm up. I heard it. Look at my eyes. I can see ghosts.
Yeah, all that came later. There was, I know in post, they were all very much like, should the ghost talk? Because audiences, you're not getting what the ghost motivation is, so they put a lot of what the ghosts were saying and stuff that appeared in the trailer also. A lot of that came later. A lot of that was much, much later. And there was a debate about what they should sound like and all that.
I got so lightheaded in this sequence because it's so quiet and like everything. Yeah, like everything was really. I always had a big deep breath, and then it's like you can't fit any more oxygen in your lungs, Kristen. Stop breathing. I feel like I was gonna pass out.
No, I did the same thing for like crying acting. Like you get so lightheaded you're about to pass out for real, which is method. It's good stuff.
Use it.
Well, and it went through the whole house. Upstairs, the kitchen, the hallway downstairs. This is a short version that we're watching, actually.
Yeah.
I gotta say the music is really good. Oh, like the tremolo strings or whatever it is. Scared the pee out of me.
Yeah, that's something that the composer on this, Joe LaDuca, long time Raimi composer, did a really spectacular job on the film. That's one of the best things of the pick. I mean, LaDuca he's done a lot of horror scores, but he brought something that he's never done before to this. It was very cool to hear the music for the first time with everything.
The Pangs really wanted a kind of a chiaroscuro. Really, blacks are black, and if you step into that shadow, you disappear. Whereas if you're half lit, like here, everything's really rimmed and sculpted. Mm-hmm. David Geddes really should get the credit for all of that because he really did a fantastic job.
This sequence especially though, like it's just so, like as the apparition appears, you don't really know what's happening. Did it just disappear? Did it appear? It's freaky.
Ugh, that feeling like when you, even when you really wholeheartedly think something's there, I'm not turning around to look at that. No way. I'm gonna stand here and let it eat me.
Yeah, number one thing I do when I'm scared in my house, don't move.
Yeah, the music's great.
Is it gone? This is a spooky movie, man. It's a spooky movie. And what is that? Is that like an oboe or something?
What?
That noise right there. I love it. I love it. There's really good music in this movie.
He's like bored.
Seeing these guys all day.
He was tired. You can feel when they get tired, they start slumping in your arms a little bit. Whoa there. I want to start doing that, coming in and recording like
You are not allowed to walk on the sunflower field. That's all I remember. That's it.
They were laced with bugs. Everything was buggy.
It's a leftover thing from the original script, which was the sunflowers, they follow the sun throughout the day. And in the original script, there was a scarecrow, and the reason the father of the family thought the scarecrow was supernatural is that instead of following the sun, the sunflowers followed the scarecrow.
And when we looked at photographs of fully grown sunflowers, the colors were really interesting. And when we learned about what William was saying, how the heads follow the sun, we thought that was pretty creepy.
See, I didn't even know, were they actually growing out of the ground?
Yeah, what we did was,
steroids.
We did the movie in reverse. Remember, we did everything with the full-grown sunflowers first, and then we mowed them all down and did the beginning of the movie. So it's kind of interesting that we didn't do it anywhere close to in order.
Hey, Jess.
Hey, thanks for coming. Oh man, this was the first scene that we shot.
Yeah, this is the very first scene. Yeah, I was pretty worried about whether or not my nipples were going to show on the t-shirt.
I don't know what you're talking. I've totally been looking.
Well, yeah, duh. But no, I think it's when I turn, you can definitely see my prosthetic nipple.
We could have taken care of that in post for you.
But why? You want the ladies to show up, so might as well leave it in.
Or we could have made them better. Well, I don't know if you could make them better, but
here we go. Yeah, see? Ooh. Wait for the medium.
I forgot we shot this. We did shoot this like the first week out there in some little town that we bought.
Indian Head, Saskatchewan.
What was it? Indian Head? It was Indian Head, right? Yeah.
Totally.
We locked up the main street there.
People were so... oh man, people were flabbergasted.
The bakery, though, they let us in. They gave us free baked goods.
Oh man,
I used their washroom and ate some Danish.
Some bomb baked goods.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody laughed after the line saying, "I never went into the basement" or whatever, and then it cuts to you
going down there.
The top of the cellar stairs, going down. Same too when Penelope tells you to put the box in the basement or whatever. Everybody laughed. It's like, of course, that's where it's gonna go.
Oh, I know. Like, oh sure, can you just take these down to the cellar?
Yeah.
I'm like,
sure.
Of course.
Well, one of the titles that was kicked around for a while was The Cellar.
Oh God!
Really?
Thank God it didn't.
Yeah, it just immediately brought the movie down a notch.
Yeah.
And it was Scarecrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was first Totem. I mean, it was Scarecrow, then it was Totem when it was almost kind of a Children of the Corn type movie.
Oh.
And then it became Scarecrow again when the production is Scarecrow.
There's a scene right after this where I come running out and I like slide down the front door and have a little breakdown, and we all thought we were going to have to reshoot it because I wasn't wearing the right shoes, and I was like, no, I'm not reshooting that. Like, I can't do that again. Oh man, it was a problem because I had two pairs of shoes in this, both were pink, and there was a bit of a mix-up. The physicality of the role was pretty heavy. It was intense. I mean, I always kind of got in trouble with the stunt guys because they were like, come on now, stop, like, we're getting in trouble for this now because you're getting hurt.